Hey man, tonight we're just going to talk about these earplugs that we use as musicians. Alright, I'll just go straight into this, but this is these are the earphones or earplugs that I use, and I'll just give you pretty much what I experienced as an electric guitarist, because I'm an electric guitarist in my band, rock band, so we use distortion. And this is from my point of view. Alright, so first we have, these are my very first earplugs that I've used. So I'm from Sydney, Australia, but this will probably have a similar thing that would be where you are, America, Philippines, wherever, you know. Now these are custom molded earplugs. Okay, these aren't the ones where an acoustic filter is used, like Etymotic Research or Resound. So what they do with this, in order to get these, right, in order to get these ones done, see that shape there? That's the shape of it. It goes into your ear canal. So it looks like this when I put them in. I don't remember how I use these. It's been I use something else now. Like that. See? And then you twist it out to remove it. I have these strings so that it's at the back of my head and I don't lose one of them. Probably cost me about $100 on these, 100 Australian dollars. Alright, now the reason why I don't use this anymore is because the filter on it, I don't know if you can see, let me try to get the focus on this. See that little hole there, that one, the bigger one, this one here. So what it's in there is, like on your the ballpoint pens, like these ones, it pretty much just looks like, if you pull this out of the tube, kind of like that. It looks like that, the way I remember it. Okay, it goes from there all the way to the end there. Okay, and what they do is, the lady who did my ear impressions took a piece of what appeared to be cotton. It must be some kind of acoustic material, and stuck it in there somewhere in the, like a small piece somewhere in the middle of the tube, and that was pretty much the filter. Now these was the actual molds that were used on my ears. When you do the custom molding, they insert this tube, and then some silicone mix gets inserted into your ear up to the this part. Do you hear that? Just like the way I've shown you before, and then it comes out pretty much like this. It looks like that while it's being molded. And then with this one, this is the actual silicone that was used for the mold. Alright, now the reason why I don't use this anymore is because as a distortion using Guitarist, alright, for rhythms and things like that, in a band setting, they don't quite let my guitar sound pop out. They don't really, they kind of restrict it a little too much for my liking, because obviously as the guitarist using distortion, I'd like to hear my sound above everyone else, so that I can play correctly, I can hear what I'm playing. But with these ones, it sounds like the frequency that I need to hear is attenuated more than it should be, is probably what I'm trying to say. Alright, so if you go for ear molds and you're wondering if this is gonna be the thing that you're gonna be getting, see if you can ask the technician what kind of filters you're gonna be getting. If it's going to be just a tube with the cotton bud looking acoustic material, honestly probably skip that, man. If you're a distortion using Guitarist. But if it's clean, it might be a different story. If it's acoustic, it's pretty good. It's alright. Okay, so I've also used those Hearos, the Hearos earplugs. They're the white ones that look like they have different levels of flanges. I've used them. I think they're alright. They're pretty good. Except the only thing is, for me, they tend to not feel as good over time. After a while of using it, you can feel them on your ear because of those the flanges, the edges of the flanges. They tend to feel a bit sharp on your ear. There's a sensation there. It's better if it's like if you're wearing it for a long time and you don't really feel it, you forget that it's there. That's the ideal situation for me. So that wasn't really the case for that one. So stopped using those, and then later on I started using these other custom mold filters. They're clear ones now. Okay, these, so they're smaller than the other ones that I showed you, the black molds. Alright, and it has the Resound filter. That's what the Resound filter looks like. They look small and red. I don't know if it's just if all of the Resound filters are red, or if it's just this type of filter, 15 dB or something like that. Maybe they have different dB levels with different colors. I think they do. Anyway, this is how it looks like. Alright, like that. I don't know if you can see it. Might be stealthy. And then they have little pull tabs so that you can easily pull it out of your ear. See that antenna looking thing? That one. Yep. So initially when I was using these, one of the things as well that I realized is with the clear medical soft silicone, they're a little bit too smooth for my liking, because I sweat on stage and rock out and all. And what I find is one of the earplugs, they tend to loosen up. And then I even had, I think I must have had one of these pop out of my ear, and it's quite easy to lose them being small in a dark stage with all this equipment around. It's not good, man. Anyway, that wasn't the big problem with these, because I had replacements done which are slightly bigger and they've been a bit more secure. The thing I didn't really like about these is they kind of did a similar thing to the previous ones, where in the band setting, in the whole band setting, I could barely hear my guitar, my amp, because they were attenuating the frequencies that I needed to hear. And so I kept on looking, and I came up with, so those are custom ones with the Resound filters. Now with these, you've seen these before, you know what this is. This is the Earasers. They also have the little pull tabs there, but they're a bit smaller, and they look like they have a same size small fit. They're quite deep in the you'll barely see them, especially through this video. But they're somewhere in the middle, probably in that section of the filter. All right. Now these Earasers, so far these are the ones that I've been using currently, because it sounds more closer to real life. Believe it or not, these are just over the counter. Is that what you call it? When you just buy it on the music store. These are the best ones that I've tried so far because of the because it allows me to hear my own amp more than the band. You know, does a better job than the other ones for my purposes anyway. If I was using clean tones, it would probably be alright, the other ones, but with these ones using distortion and everything, I can hear my amp better. Alright, now all these three have really it wouldn't really matter if we're not gigging, right? Or if we're not playing, we're not jamming because of this whole COVID situation. But when all this would settle, and maybe we have the vaccine, hopefully, fingers crossed, and then we have the gigs again, we have some rock shows going again, then I'm inclined to try some other custom mold earplugs, musician earplugs, the ones that have which filter was it? The ER filter, because I think they have a good reputation, and also the filters themselves look bigger, so that tells me more frequencies would be able to come in. I don't know, something about the bandwidth of the sound coming into your ear, and it will still have the same high quality attenuation, flat attenuation. So yeah, when all this finishes, all this COVID stuff finishes, or at least the vaccine is effective and reliable, and we're having gigs again, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the audiologist that does the etymotic research plug filters, custom mode filters. But that's just my little talk for this. So for you guitarists that are looking for custom molded earplugs or any kind of good musician hearing plugs to save your hearing, hopefully this one has helped you. Alright, I'm having trouble closing this. This is the case, or the little pouch thing that comes with the Resound filters. Quite tiny, and the zipper thing has already broken off, and it's a bit hard to close this, but anyway, I can easily find a new one. This is the case that comes with the black ones. This one, that's the case that comes with it. It's a bigger one. Alright, the Earasers one comes in a little, you know, those takeaway little sauce containers. That's what it comes with. I don't use it because I just put it in the one pouch with the Resound. Alright, when I'm listening to other bands though, when I'm listening to other bands play, I don't mind using any one of them, but for my playing specifically, then I use the Earasers for now anyway, until I find something better. But thank you for listening. Hopefully this was been of value to you. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Like the video if you liked it. If you don't, you know what to do. Double click that button. And we'll see you in the next video. Later, man.